So now we're going to go on to the official business part of the program. So I would now like to introduce Pete Keating, Chair of the Board Development Committee, who will present the Board Development Committee report, and then we will get into elections.
Thank you, Nancy. Welcome to everyone. We're going to be voting on the proposed slate, and before we do that, I'm just going to recognize the members of the Board Development Committee. I've had a very long and successful committee. They're normally on a 3-year tour of duty, and many of them stayed on. Sounds like when I was in the Army on a 3-year tour of duty. They volunteered for 3 years, and many of them have accepted another term. So those members are Meena Chakraborty, Melanie Davis, Ann Doyle, Heather Conders, and Francine Peguias. And as many of you know, we have a limit where only up to 3 members of the Board of Directors can be on this committee. The rest have to be community members so that we get a very wide aspect of nominations. So I'm very thankful to them. It's been my privilege to serve as the chairman of the Board Development Committee, and I want to tell you that we've worked throughout the year to provide excellent recommendations, of which we'll be voting on today. And now a few delegates and all voting council members, please open your workbook and refer to page 28 for the nominating motion and the data on the slate of candidates. I'm also going to ask the nominees if they'll please stand and remain standing as I call their name, and I'd ask you to just hold your applause till the end. So the Board Development Committee nominates for officer, Board of Directors, one to be elected for a 3-year term, 2014 to 2017, for Secretary of the Board of Directors, Rhonda Orr. The Directors at Large to the Board of Directors, 5 to be elected for 3-year terms, 2014 to 2017, Dana Harvey, Rania Cruz, Seema Vera Prince, Richard Sundquist, and Maria Zardes. The Board Development Committee, a non-board membership, 1 to be elected for a 3-year term of office, 2014 to 2017, Jocelyn Giagrande. The National Council delegates, 14 to be elected for 3-year terms, 2014 to 2017. They are Kathy Booth, Linda Dandridge, Nancy DeJarlis, Addison Monk, Lisa Morris, Zelda Neal, Catherine Nicholas, Phoebe O'Mara, Catherine Ocean, Nancy Philippart, Caitlin Smith, Jason Starczewski, Maya Watts, Simone Woodward. I apologize if I got the name wrong. National Council alternates, and these would go in the event that we have a member who cannot make it for illness, 5 to be elected for 3-year terms, 2014 to 2017, Maya Greenway, Heather Gregory, Joyce Hetrick, Carol McConnell, Tracy Walker. Madam Chairman, these persons selected by the Board Development Committee for nomination at today's election, we thank you and all of them for accepting the nomination and agreeing to serve the council in these important positions. And the nominees may now please be seated. So, at this point, are there any questions of the Board Development Committee, its process, or that I could answer? Okay, seeing no questions, thank you very much.
Again, I want to thank Pete and the entire Board Development Committee for a job well done. Again, these individuals are very well connected in many aspects of the community and have done a fabulous job bringing forth candidates for the Board Development Committee, and of course every 3 years then work with the selection of delegates for our national convention, which and annual meeting, triennial meeting, which will be taking place, as we all know, in Salt Lake City in October of this year. So now we're ready to move on to the elections. So you all received this workbook, which confirmed the nominating committee slate. This was mailed to you on February 21st, 2014, which is 30 days before our annual meeting. The bylaws require that additional nominations must be made in writing at least 10 days prior to the annual meeting. There were no nominations received from delegates, therefore we will proceed with the election with the slate as we just went through. So our bylaws require a ballot vote unless the election is uncontested, in which case the vote may be taken by voting cards. And so this is an uncontested election. We're going to be using these pink cards that you received when you came in to vote on the slate. So are we ready to vote? Okay. So please get out your pink voting card. All those in favor of the slate as presented by the Board Development Committee, please raise your pink voting card. Okay, thank you. You may lower your card. Those opposed to the slate, please raise your pink voting card. Okay, seeing none, thank you. So there is a majority in the affirmative, and I declare that the slate has been elected. So congratulations. So now, first of all, I would like all of those elected today who are new to the Girl Scouts of Southeastern Michigan to please stand. So again, our new board member, Dana Harvey, and I would ask a member of the Girl Advisory Board, would you please come and provide Ms. Harvey with her membership pin and her copy of the Promise and Law. So again, on behalf of the council, I welcome you to your new position. Now I'm going to ask that everyone elected today to please stand, and that would include continuing board and board development committee members, as well as all of the council delegates and council alternates. If you would please stand. Yep, everybody. Okay. And so again, let's give another round of applause. Thank everyone for your support of Girl Scouting. Again, as a volunteer organization, you are really the lifeblood that makes this organization happen, and we are very, very appreciative of that.